The crack.
Gavin, how's it going, man?
Oh, grand, not too bad, man. All good. How's true to you?
Not too bad. You can hear and see me okay, I take it, yeah?
I can hear you, grand, not too bad. Is this not just too loud for you or anything, is it?
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah. Welcome to the show. How are you keeping?
Oh, grand, not too bad. Just flaking, really. Drinking all the coffee in the world.
Hey, that makes two of us. Come here. I was going to ask you, obviously, because I know you often come to Kerry and you've been on Radio Kerry load of times. But what are you doing now daily? What's a regular day for you now with all this mad stuff?
I was chatting to loads of my mates who are doing music as well, and we're all chatting, like saying when all this kind of began, we were saying we're going to write loads of albums and have like 75 songs or 750 songs written. But in reality, we just had pizza and watched Tiger King for 3 weeks, nothing else. So, like, I mean, now I'm kind of starting to get into it. I'm starting to kind of get production done and everything.
Yeah,
learning new things and like. So kind of just I'm learning all of it. I'm doing a lot of Zoom calls with my mates in England and in the States, kind of doing writing sessions and stuff and going back and forth because it's mad. This thing, I would have never learned how to use this Zoom thing before all this started. Like some of the stuff you can do on it is hilarious. Like you can pick your background and like you have Tom Cruise your background.
Oh, there's your buddy Tom. Yeah,
it's hilarious. I love it.
No, it's funny. I was just going to say it's funny because with all the Zoom chat, like I think I probably used Zoom once ever in my life before, and now since probably the weekend after Paddy's Day, it's been something is on. Like we do these family quizzes every weekend, so we have like a gang of us gathered together and we have to crack. And I've noticed actually, I don't know if you did this with your mates, but I noticed that the Zoom calls are becoming more and more competitive. So for instance, people are using the different backgrounds. People are mad into screen sharing now. So this is what I can do on my computer and blah, blah, blah.
Everybody's going mad at it. Yeah. I did a quiz. I was doing a quiz with the lads and I was writing like Zoom quiz songs and stuff. And like one of them was like, welcome to my quiz. It's like stupid stuff. Have you noticed in the Zoom calls that like if you're on a Zoom call with all your mates, that the same people stay on the Zoom call until 2:00 in the morning are the same people that usually stay out until
pretty much, yeah.
It's hilarious. Like I do be going to bed at like 3:00 and the lads are still on it. Like it's the same lads that stay out until like 5 in the morning.
Yeah, and they're the same group of guys who, do you know what would be a good idea? That kind of people know, this would be a good idea to do whatever, like rob a traffic cone or whatever, that kind of stuff.
Climb scaffold or something.
Exactly, yeah. Like we were, I was on a Zoom call last Friday night with a couple of teammates of mine from the local club here in Tralee in Kerry, and I noticed that the last few of us on the call are the hangers-on. Those are the ones, yeah.
I find the rest of the night somewhere when nothing really good happens after 2.
Exactly, yeah. And there is that rule that nothing ever good happens after 2:00. So that's a good rule.
How much your mother, isn't it?
There you go, yeah. You got the reference. So writing tunes and just trying to get your stuff together, that's pretty much what your day-to-day is like now.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm really happy I wasn't in the middle of a tour. A lot of people, lads that I know and bands and everybody that I know have been, some of them have been in the middle of a world tour, which is like terrible.
Yeah.
So luckily, I was happy I got to do the Tree Arena like 3 weeks before everything kind of kicked off. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a mad time. I mean, just trying to make the most of it. Really, I think everybody's just trying to make the most of it, and it's kind of become now that it's not as scary waking up in the morning when you're like, I used to wake up in the morning and be like, I have so many things to do, and then realize I have nothing to do. So, like,
but that's what I was going to say. With all this stuff going on, do you enjoy just a day off with nothing to do, or do you need to be occupied? You need something to do.
I do kind of, yeah. I mean, I'm really enjoying being at home because I have the dog here and I have Mrs. as well. So it's nice being home for this long for the first time ever. I haven't been home this long. 8 years or so. So like it's nice. And because I haven't chatted to my the amount I do to be chatting to my dad even like it's twice a day, like because of everybody has so much time during the day. So it's great for that. But I'm learning how to cook. Other than that, I mean, to be honest, I'm enjoying the time off, but I'm also trying to fill it up with things. Like I'm doing a lot of live streams, doing a lot of live concert kind of things from the gaff.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, I kind of seeing it, everybody's kind of going through the same thing. And I was trying to kind of get my mind off it, but also getting other people's minds off it because it was nice seeing all the families and all dancing when I did the live stream. And it was cool, kind of a little escape nearly for like an hour of it.
Yeah, and how do live streams work for you then? Because obviously you're used to being on stage and you feed off of an atmosphere with the crowd. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure, you're seeing the thousands of likes and the comments coming in, but at the same time, it must be just so weird knowing that you're sitting there with possibly thousands of people just staring at you for God knows how long.
It's wacky. It's a bit weird. It's weird when you say something and you don't know if it's funny or not until afterwards.
Oh yeah. You've no interaction. Yeah.
Shocking. Like some of the stuff, yeah, I'd be saying, I do waffle anyway, but like, particularly if I'm nervous, I end up waffling for like 20 minutes before a song. So for live stream, if I'm nervous, I was going for like, but yeah, it was gas. I kind of enjoyed, like, I got people to tag me afterwards because there's a part in the gig where people sing along, a part in the gig where people jump up, and I got them all to tag me online afterwards and seeing all the kids and all the family, like, for the Hearts on Fire. Like, I tell everybody to get down for Hearts on Fire. It's like, how can we love with our hearts on fire? And everybody goes, yeah.
Mental.
So it's cool seeing everybody online, like, kind of sharing their gaff, like, and they're all going mad. So it was like, for me, it was like playing for a camera, and then but afterwards I could see the reactions a little bit. So it was cool.
That is cool though, yeah. It probably goes back to even the night you were on the Late Late Show there, you know, and obviously that has been kind of taken off a life of its own with the various Irish acts playing on the Late Late. But even then, I suppose, playing in front of a crew of probably, what was there, 10, 11 people or something like that?
I think there was like 7 or 8 people that were like well distanced apart. It's a bit mad because it's the same thing. You don't know if you're
yeah.
Like, I feed off the crowd every time. Like that's how I think. Yeah, I love playing gigs. I love, like, even like talking for a crowd and stuff like that, particularly at the gigs. But even the Late Late Show and stuff, yeah, it's weird because you're saying things and there's nobody in the crowd and you're like thinking,
yeah,
nobody's allowed to laugh and nobody's allowed to like go, yeah.
Yeah, because the one group of people that are actually there are, you know, they're silent. Yeah. They're actually working. Yeah, I get it. So come here. So what's after all this is over, what's the first thing you want to do? I mean, I know obviously getting on stage is something that's natural to you guys anyway, like all performers as is. But is there anything, you know, is it go to the pub? Is it go for a takeaway? Is it, I don't know, what's the first thing for Gavin James when all this is over?
But see the phases as well, so I'll probably get the pub out of the way, hopefully. And I was going to do like a 2-week stay in Temple Bar. And just,
yeah. You'll find me there. I'm there somewhere. Yeah.
You know what, just go absolutely mad. But no, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to obviously go to my mum and dad's, have a few pints with my dad. And then, I mean, I wanted to kind of I'd probably fly somewhere. I'd probably go over to London for a bit to do some work, because I'm finishing up the 3rd album. So I'm kind of finishing up at home now through Zoom calls and through everything. So yeah, I could be finished by the time this is all done. And to be honest, I'm writing a hell of a lot more than I was before.
Yeah. Well, you have the excuse and the time to do it, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking, it's mad because at the start I wasn't writing anything, and it was like everybody saying, I'm going to learn how to speak Chinese during this whole thing. It's like, and you don't. You feel bad that you're not learning how to speak Chinese. So I felt bad I wasn't writing loads of songs. But then eventually, it kind of, after 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I started sitting down and started writing. So yeah. Should have a fair guts of the album, get that recorded and do lots of gigs.
Well, that's good. I'm a bit like that now, procrastinating, like, because when all this happened, like, we're lucky here at the radio station, like, we still go to and from work every day, but other than that, like, you're at home. And it's funny because, you know, I'm going to do this amount of fitness work, I'm going to do this running, I'm going to pick up guitar again, I'm going to, you know, all this stuff, when in reality you started for a week and I was like, could I really be arsed?
Feck it. I mean, you don't have to do anything. You can chill the beans. It's a big breather, really, if you want to treat it as the biggest breather ever. Because when everything kind of goes back to normal, I'm sure there's going to be days where you're like, I wish I had a bit of time today to do.
Yeah, and you know, that's a fair point, actually, because we, you know, a lot of people listening to us often kind of think, you know, am I wasting my days and so on? But you make a good point, because when we do go back to normal, we go back to work and everything else, you probably will regret thinking, you know, I should have just taken a week off, just to sit down and do nothing for the week. Do you know what I mean?
I think last week, because I think there's a lot of people are doing up and down. For me, in general, a lot of my mates are kind of having up and down days. Yeah. Where, like, you feel really motivated to do loads of things. I find Monday is good, because Monday I'm just like, I don't know, it feels like a different day. I kind of feel motivated on Monday and Tuesday. And then Wednesday I might be like, I don't do anything. And then when I don't want to do anything, I'll just sit home and watch telly, or I'll go for a walk, or I'll turn my phone off for the whole day and just not do anything. So I think giving yourself like that bit of kind of, it's fine to do nothing if you don't feel like doing anything. You shouldn't feel guilty waking up at 12 o'clock or waking up whenever you want, unless you have to work, obviously.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But if you have nothing else to do, you shouldn't feel guilty about not doing anything.
You're the first person I've met in a long time now who said that you feel motivated on a Monday. Wow.
Usually no. Usually definitely not. Usually not. Yeah, usually I'm too hungover on a Monday, but now every day is Friday.
Well, yeah, no, you don't have the excuse. What are you watching on TV? What's catching your fancy these days?
I watched that Hollywood thing. It's on Netflix.
Oh yeah,
It's good. It's just short. I watched it all in like a day. It's class.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Normal People yet. I need to start watching that.
Yeah, I haven't either, and not that I have anything against it. It's just it's one of those things now that's been series linked and recorded, and I get to it, but I've just been putting it off, to be honest. We've been getting the texts and the that's filthy, that's disgusting, oh jeez, it's dirty. We've been getting those kind of texts, but I haven't seen it, so I can't even comment on it. Do you know that kind of?
Joe Duffy's thing was hilarious.
Oh, some of the stuff was very funny.
It was like, who do I call?
Joe Duffy, who do I call to be in sick tomorrow? Yeah, some of the stuff was just anyway, but that's where we live.
I love it. I think it's funny.
Oh yeah. And you mentioned Tiger King there. You were watching Joe Exotic. Did you finish all that crack?
I didn't watch the last episode for some reason. I don't know why I didn't watch the last episode, but I'm going to watch it at some point in the future. But no, I thought it was insane. Absolutely.
Right, okay.
So come here. One episode when I was talking about it, and I just left it for ages, and I was like, I'll watch it all one sitting.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of in the same boat. When someone recommends something to you, I kind of go, yeah, no, I'll get around to it. But if it doesn't kind of catch my attention straight away, it just gets pushed back. A little bit like Normal People, actually. Just, if I was the person who spotted it and said, oh, I'm going to tell everyone about this, but I didn't, so I'll be late to the party on that.
I do that with songs as well, or like with songs, if somebody says, listen to this song here, and then I'll kind of wait. If there's a big buzz about it, I'd wait for a while and then like find it myself, and then be like, oh, this is actually class.
Yeah, no, I suppose form your own opinion and so on. Yeah, and actually that leads me on to the next question: who are you listening to? Who do you like listening to at the moment? Who's your big thing?
It starts at 1975 for the morning. It's a big happy buzz. Their new song's class. It's just it's cool. Coffee, throw that on. It's just big 80s buzz. Other than that, like at nighttime, a lot of like Beach Boys. I love a lot of like Beach Boys and Bob Dylan and.
Oh, nice, yeah.
A lot of like. Yeah, I've been listening to Waterloo Sunset by the Kinks like consistently. After a few bottles of wine, 2 bottles of wine, I throw it on, I'd be like, Waterloo Sunset.
That's good. Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. And a lot of Casey Musgraves as well. And other than that, really, there's a lot of Irish acts to listen to as well. The Academics new tune is a beast. So.
Well, actually, that's when you think about everything that's going on now, yourself, Dermot Kennedy, Picture This, the new Coronas tune, like there's a lot of decent Irish, like really good Irish music out there now, isn't there? True Tide's another great band. You mentioned the Academics. There's loads of really good stuff there.
There's even on Friday when because we all released on the same day, me, Coronas boys.
Yeah,
their tune is amazing. Danny showed it to me beforehand. It's class. So I've been listening to the Academic tune is a beast. That's so good. Like anything could happen. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That and I actually, to be honest, the True Tide song is like perfect timing. The way they have that song out now is like you will survive. It's like it really takes the whole situation and makes it kind of.
Yeah, and the lyrics speak for themselves, but there's a lovely. Nice feel about that song as well. It's a good tune. We explained it here this morning on the show as well.
Yeah,
and tell me about Boxes then, out last Friday. Love it, by the way. And I'm not just saying that the whole lickers, oh, your song is really good. It's brilliant. It really is brilliant.
Thanks very much.
So tell me all about it.
It's 3 years ago. I had it written. I've been sitting on it for 3 years, really.
Right.
And I kind of recorded it for the second album, and I kind of went overboard and just threw everything at it. And I just had like string sections and mad stupid stuff that was way too much. I don't know why my dog's gonna go mad. Look, my dog's running around the house like a...
That's all right. What can we see your dog?
Brucey, come here, Brucey. He's a puppy. He doesn't care.
All right, okay. Yeah, he no interest.
You might come over now. You'll hear him barking. He's dying for...
What type of dog is he?
He's a lurcher. He's only like 6.5 months. We're 7 months now.
Asher's only a baby, so...
From DSPCA. He's cool. He's really cool. He's ginger as well. He's really cool.
He's ginger as all, a legend.
He's so fast. He just runs up and down the house like 40 kilometers an hour. He just like legs it. He's hilarious.
Oh, I love it. Anyway, sorry, we got distracted by
So Boxes, I wasn't I was gonna put it on the second album, and then I kind of held back on it because I thought it was too I liked the song too much to kind of put it out half done, really.
Yeah.
So I left it a little bit for a while, and then kind of sat with it and didn't play it for 2 years, and then started playing it. I think the first time we played it was in Belfast, and then we played it in Tree Arena as well. And then I kind of went back to studio before Christmas and just kind of dumbed it down really and just made it a guitar kind of hooky, Paul Simon-esque kind of song. And put like little production in it. And yeah, I was really happy with how it turned out. So and the message of it is like, just follow your dreams and follow. And if anybody tells you to not do that, tell them to
exactly. F off.
And there's a cartoon video of me as well.
I was just going to say the cartoon video is really clever as well. How did that happen? Whose idea was that?
I mean, we quickly realized we couldn't do an actual music video
because of obvious reasons, of course. Yeah.
So we're kind of like, we found these lads that did a Childish Gambino video. Their Studio Show Off is the name of the company, and they're amazing. I've been chatting to them. They're 2 Australian dudes. They're hilarious. So I've been Zooming with them every morning for the last like month to chat about it and all. And they were like, I had to do like a little dance, like, because they were going to put it
for them to follow. Yeah.
And like, even they made it so it's like detail wise, even it's a cartoon, but the detail of that literally, because I do this all the time for some reason, don't know why. But they're hilarious. So we chatted for 3 weeks about it, and we kind of came up with the idea of like me just walking around the world and just kind of falling asleep in the classroom, waking up at the end, and then kind of dreaming the whole
sequence of it. Yeah.
No, waking up back in the classroom. But it turned out really good. And also because of the budget, we couldn't get any more people on the streets other than myself. So in a way, it kind of was good because like everybody was self-isolating anyway. So it kind of worked out.
That's great. It's a clever idea. Excuse me. It's a clever idea, and the song is brilliant. So that's going to be, you're pretty much finished the 3rd album. Are you looking at any release date in mind, or have you any idea yet?
I don't know, it's kind of up in the air now, so I'm kind of thinking of like all the songs, because I have the next song ready to go and the one after that ready to go. So I think I'll keep releasing songs until probably I'd say in around next year.
Yeah.
And then drop the album and then see what else I have, because I have a lot of tunes after all this. I mean, I have a good solid 45-ish, 50 tunes to kind of pick from. So it'd be nice to kind of have one album and then have something ready for something else afterwards. But right now I'm just kind of focused on just writing as much things as I can. And
is 2021, are you back? Was the plan to be back on tour anyway and to go do more gigs?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how everything kind of goes. I mean, nobody really knows when it's all going to kind of start again. Yeah. Nobody has the answer to when. Like, it could be. You never know. I don't even want to say when it could be. But
no, that's fair enough, because we just don't know. It's a simple,
Nobody knows. So I mean, when it all does start up again, I'm going to be doing 25 gigs a day.
Yeah.
Going mental. It's going to be great. I'm going to do as many gigs as I can, particularly for the crew, because I've had the same crew for like 10 years. So all my crew. I mean, Brezzy's doing something great. He's doing the charity thing online, merch store, and it all goes towards crews. But I've been doing, even like the second we can do any sort of gig, even if it's like the lads can come over and set up shop in the gaff, and
just go over
in a month or two, and I can just do a live stream or something here, that'd be great. I think the main thing for me when it comes back to gigs is to look after my crew, more or less, because they're the people who are getting hit the hardest out of all this.
Yeah. No, and that makes sense, because at the end of the day, those are the people you work with probably the closest and the most, and they're obviously very badly affected by all of this, because there is no gigs, obviously. Yeah, but they're also all of them. I've known them for 10 years. They're all my best buds. So like, it's chatting to them every day as well. So like, it's a mad one, because they're the people that get up earliest and then they leave the latest. So like, the gig doesn't happen. Like, nothing happens without them. Like, so like I don't just show up and then stuff is there, and like, Yeah, no, huge respect there, I think. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You gotta look after them. But and most of them are more talented than the people on the They'll tell you that anyway, in fairness, they'll tell you that. Yeah. And come here, back in Kerry then, I take it, you'll be back. You're always here anyway, I know that. You're here a couple of times a year, so we will see you back here at some point. When that is, we don't know yet, but I know that you enjoy your time here. Yeah, hopefully I get back there. You never know, next year or something. But I love going down there and doing gigs. It's class crack. Yeah, well, listen. Not in the studio in ages either. So next time I come down, I'll pop in. Yeah, I was just going to say, please do, because you're always welcome. I know you were chatting to our colleague and our mate Cathal Flaherty on the INEC's podcast there not so long ago. So he'll tell you, you're always welcome here, man, anytime you're down. And listen, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, because I know that we're having the crack here about you being at home, but I know you have a couple of these calls as well. So much appreciated on that. And good luck with the single, man.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we'll play that in the show. And listen, always a pleasure to talk to you. As I've said, you're welcome here anytime, and good luck and stay safe, all right?
All right, man. Same to you, man. Have a good one.